Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Near Mint Condition. Today, Omar and I are going to be talking about the movies we are most excited for the remainder of 2018, so stay tuned.
There are some movies that we're both excited about, and it was hard to trim down the list. I chose 5, and you chose 5.
Yes.
And there are other movies coming out, but we're mainly talking about geeky movies.
Yes.
Not really like Oscar-worthy movies, but if you guys ever want to hear us talk about that, you're more than welcome to comment down below. But we're trying to stick to like geeky things.
Yes.
We have one comic book movie coming out towards the end of the year, but everything else is kind of like in the geek world. So.
Yeah, and this is by no means an exhaustive list of everything coming out from October and beyond. But this is just going to give you an idea of what we're excited to see and what maybe some of you are also excited to see. So each of us picked top 5, and we also have a couple of honorable mentions that we'll talk about.
Sure.
But what we really want to focus on are the 10 that we're most excited for. So, Omar, do you want to get us started with your first movie?
Absolutely, and mine comes out fairly soon. Matter of fact, I think it comes out October 19th, and that's
right.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting because this Halloween is the return of Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, and it is not a Rob Zombie Halloween movie.
Nope.
It's just a new Halloween movie, but a continuation of, I assume, Part 1 and Part 2. Because there are elements of Part 3 and, well, obviously Part 3, Season of the Witches, but Part 4 and 5 and the other ones that they've kind of left out on purpose. So I think this is a continuation of Part 2, just from the previews that I've seen.
Yeah, and what's interesting and what I'm most excited to see is the director, the writer, they're not what I would consider a traditional choice for these films.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
not.
One of the screenwriters is Danny McBride.
Yes,
from Eastbound
from
Down.
Eastbound Down, or Tropic Thunder, the guy who blows everything up.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is one of my favorite slasher movies characters. But I'm not gonna hate on it because Peele did such an amazing job with Get Out.
I know. So I'm excited to see what they do.
It looks from the previews like we already got some deaths. So it looks like another slasher flick.
Yes, of course.
But it looks like a badass Jamie Lee Curtis
that's what I'm excited
taking
for.
on her brother that went on a killing spree 40
Yeah.
years ago. I'm a big fan of horror movies, even though this is a slasher flick. It just, it really means a lot to me, especially once you hear that tune, the Michael Myers theme. And it's got, Carpenter's blessing, so who knows where this could... It could be good, or it could be H2O, Halloween water.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that it won't be. I think the nostalgia factor is going to kick in. I think bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back now as a seasoned actor as that she is, and with the other roles she's played since then, I'm excited to see her. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about you?
The first one I'm going to talk about kind of switches gears, and it's not a traditionally geeky movie, I guess, but it's probably going to be a quotable movie for sure, and that's Holmes and Watson, and that comes out on the infamous date of December 21st. And I say that because we're going to talk about 2 other movies that also come out on that date, because that is the date that movies are going to battle hard.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to go see which ones we're going to go see.
Yeah.
I'm also excited for that, but go ahead.
Yes, so Holmes and Watson, for those who don't know, it's a comedic take about Sherlock Holmes, featuring the comedic genius of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly as John Watson. Obviously, if you've seen Talladega Nights, you've seen Step Brothers, things of that nature, those movies, they were in together. They have great chemistry. I think this is a perfect take. If you've seen the trailer, the first trailer has already come out, right? And they poke fun at Benedict Cumberbatch's Holmes and his mind palace and how he does things. I think it's the whole gang, as far as the writers, directors, everyone who's coming back on board is very similar
to
Talladega Nights and stuff.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, I think it's similar.
I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan. As a matter of fact, he kind of annoys me. But when you throw John C. Reilly into the mix, I'm sold, because they work wonderfully off each other.
They do.
Yeah, I love both of those guys together.
Hopefully some quotes, because if I remember correctly, my roommates and I quoted the crap out of Anchorman when that came out. So
okay,
yeah.
Cool. For my next pick, I'm really excited about J.J. Abrams producing this movie called Overlord. I remember seeing the first trailer when it came out, and I think there's only 1 or 2.
There's not a lot.
And that's my favorite thing about movies like this, is that I don't need a lot of trailers.
No.
Give me 1 or 2 trailers and that's it. I don't need the whole story handed to me. Overlord is a movie set in World War II where 4 American soldiers infiltrate Nazi Germany.
Yes.
And they run upon some Nazi German scientist test gone wrong with a bunch of zombie soldiers, maybe, is what we're thinking. And, of course, a German scientist screaming some kind of crazy things like, we had to build an army, so this is what we built. That's not my German accent. I was just quoting crazy guys. But anyway, that's all I know. And
that's all I know, too.
They team up with a lady in the movie and maybe a couple other German soldiers to take down this armada of undead. It reminds me a little bit of the trailers to, like, Super 8 or Cloverfield.
Yes.
Movies that I'm really, really excited to see because I have no idea what the really's going on. So
yes.
I'm good. I'm sold on that.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Wyatt Russell. He's one of the actors in it. That's Kurt Russell's son.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, he's also in 22 Jump Street. He played the guy who had a bromance with Channing Tatum's character. And I thought he was hilarious in that. But this is going to be a nice turn. It's going to be more dramatic like his Black Mirror episode he did.
What about you? You excited about Bohemian Rhapsody, Ralph Breaks the Internet, or Robin Hood?
Well, I mean,
Robin Hood looks really cheesy.
You know what's funny is, we just saw the trailer for Robin Hood, and I'm excited for it. It's not my top 5. It reminds me a little bit of, seeing the Guy Ritchie King Arthur and stuff like that, just taking a different, more modern take on it. So, and I'm really curious to see how Jamie Foxx's English accent's going to do, because he's trying one in the trailer. So I'm excited to see how that turns out.
Maybe it'll be like Kevin Costner's.
That fades away over time.
Still a wonderful Robin Hood movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Prince of Thieves is on Netflix right now. Yeah. It's also on Netflix, I think.
There goes any of our credibility.
Yeah, they're all like, nope.
Kevin Costner.
Well, come on, the
British
song alone in there.
Soundtrack. Anyway, what's your next one?
I forgot I have one that is in November, and that is Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, November 16th. As you guys know, the first time I think I ever appeared on this channel 2 years ago.
Wow, that was. You were so excited about that.
Yeah,
movie.
It was because Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was coming out, so they did a special episode about that. I wasn't entirely thrilled with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I am personally one of those Harry Potter fans that is fine with the original 7, 8, and I would just like to keep it that way. Okay. But I get it. They want to make money. They want to keep going. They want to expand it. So I'm excited where it goes because I like the idea of Jude Law as a young Dumbledore, and I really hope that we see less of Newt because I thought he was a very boring character. More of him and Johnny Depp, because Johnny Depp's a great actor. I'm still looking forward to see his turn as Grindelwald, so I'm very excited for that.
So I have a question because I have not seen any of those movies, and Harry Potter is not one of those genres that I'm rip my shirt off about.
No, I got you.
So what is Grindelwald like? Is he supposed to be Voldemort? Like,
he has a similar mentality as Voldemort.
Okay, so we don't know if it's Voldemort yet.
No, he's not Voldemort. No, he's not Voldemort. Okay. It's just they had the same sentiments. They believe in. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well.
All right, so got it.
Yeah,
different guy. I haven't even seen the original Fantastic Beasts, so.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it because it's still in the Harry Potter universe, and I want to see Jude Law as Dumbledore. That's pretty much why I want to see it. And in the reveal they had in the trailer, which I know a lot of fans aren't happy with and I'm not entirely happy with, so I want to see how it plays out, is that Nagini is actually a woman trapped in some blood curse that turns her into a snake. And they said that once she's a snake, so she's not a human. I want to see how that plays out, and I want to see Zoe Kravitz as Lestrange and how she plays out as well.
Okay, so my next movie comes out November 21st, and that is Creed 2. Yeah. I love the first Creed. I'm a big fan of the Rocky saga. Rocky 1 is one of my favorite movies. Actually, top 10 favorite movies of all time. Rocky Balboa would be top 20 favorite movies of all time. I love the Rocky saga. Anytime you throw an underdog in there, like the Karate Kid or whatever, not the crappy Jaden Smith movie, but the original Ralph Macchio, I'm a sucker for that kind of story. So Creed, very similar, you know, his dad got killed, and this is awesome. The trailer reveals that we knew that there was rumors that Ivan Drago was coming back, and again, he's played by Dolph Lundgren. I think that's so awesome because there's this story behind like the original Rocky 4 where Dolph like hits Stallone so hard in the chest that his heart moved, and he had to be taken to the hospital. So he almost killed him because the guy can throw a punch.
I can know.
And now it's pretty cool to see Adonis fight Ivan Drago's son, right?
Yes.
I think his name is Victor Drago, if I'm not mistaken. And it's all in memory of his father, but, you know, the mom character saying, no, don't do this for your father. I'm excited. And now him and his girlfriend have a kid, so it's not just for him anymore.
It's for his family.
It's very similar because Rocky 2, he had his son, so it throws back a lot of stuff. It's using the same formula, but I'm okay with that because I really like the character of Adonis, and I really like. I'm sorry, I cannot remember his girlfriend's name.
I can't remember right now.
But it's played by Tessa
Thompson, and I think that's why I'm most excited, because her and Michael B. Jordan are just phenomenal. They're good together. I'm excited to see them.
You're just excited because they were both from Marvel movies,
well,
right?
No, actually, I liked her in Westworld too, but. Yeah, so I'm just really excited to see those two.
And it's written by Stallone again, so that's good. But this time it's somebody else is directing. Stephen Caple Jr. Stephen Caple Jr. So, I guess we'll see. It looks fun. Rocky IV, still love that soundtrack, so give me a good soundtrack, that's all I need.
Yes, exactly right.
All right, next up.
All right, so the next one I have comes out December 14th, and if you look at anything in this room, you know that it's probably going to be Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
Oh, yeah.
I think we could both say that we're equally excited for this film. Seeing all the different characters that are coming into play, like Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, and...
They're all from different universes, and they're all
Miles
colliding.
Morales, yes.
We don't know who the villain is.
Not yet. They haven't really
in the books, we know who it is, but if this may not be based on the comics, maybe this is based loosely on it, so we don't know who it is in the movie. But we even get to see Peter Porker, the Amazing Spider-Ham, so that's really cool. And we get to see them really
Penny
close
Parker's
to the Penny. Yeah. We see a lot of the costumes in the background, and then we see Spider-Man Noir by Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. I love that. Yeah.
The only visually, it looks amazing. Yes. It looks beautiful. It looks like one of the most well-animated films I've seen. At least the trailer looks, and the little short snippet we saw when we saw Venom.
Venom, yes.
But what I didn't like was, I feel like they really missed their chance at casting either Tobey Maguire,
I agree,
or Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker.
Yes.
It makes no sense why they couldn't cast either one of them. Unless they're just so jaded that they don't want anything to do with Spider-Man
That's
anymore.
the only thing I could think of. I was hoping it was going to be Tobey Maguire. I thought that would have been awesome, especially now that we've seen more of the trailer and now they show the parallels. You notice they show parallels of him, and he talks about how great he was and how famous he was.
Holding the train.
He has the train, the upside down kiss. When Doc Ock throws a truck, the car, and he grabs Mary Jane.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity, I haven't seen the movie yet, so it could be amazing. No pun intended.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
I'm just hoping it'll be a fun ride, and even if it's not my Tom Holland Spider-Man, I'm still going to enjoy it. So, what's next for you?
Mortal Engines, which opens up on December 14th. So this movie is produced by Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh. I'm really excited about it. I've never read the books.
Neither have I.
But even though Peter Jackson gave me The Hobbit, he also gave us Lord of the Rings. So it gives me a lot of hopes. It reminds me a little bit of Howl's Moving Castle, the way that the cities are moving. Mm-hmm. So I assume this is another Earth or a possible future, whatever. But it's the city of London, and it's now a big machine.
Yes.
And it's got Hugo Weaving as the main villain, and he's got a hidden past with the main protagonist's mom. That she's like, "You killed my mom, and now I'm after you." And he exiles, I guess is it his son or his ward? I don't know who he is, because I've never read the books. But visually, it looks so
phenomenal,
beautiful.
Yeah. And give me a post-apocalyptic movie that's steampunk, featuring a female protagonist who has to overcome
not
some
only
odds.
Just one, but there's another. I cannot remember the Asian actress's name, but she looks badass. The one that's flying the plane and fighting with the sword. I'm like, cool. There's a bunch of badass women fighting in this movie. That's good. So I'm thrilled about that. Like I said, big fan of Peter Jackson and what he's done. But even though it's not them directing, it's Christian Rivers. I don't know what other things he's done. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. But visually pleasing. It looks really good.
It does look awesome. I'm excited to see it. It's going to be another fun young adult novel turned movie.
And it's got the guy Stephen Lang, the guy from Avatar.
Yes.
I really like him. I thought he would have been an awesome Cable, but hey, that's just me casting. So, what about you? What's your next one?
Okay, so my next one is Mary Poppins Returns, and that comes out December 19th. My dad's birthday.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for this, not only because of the Disney movie, but I think what I'm most excited for is just the actors that are in it. Emily Blunt plays Mary Poppins. She has Julie Andrews' seal of approval, which for me is good to go.
Yeah, I read somewhere that she did not want to be in this movie because she didn't want to upstage.
She did not want to upstage her, and I respect that.
Cool.
That's classy act. That's Julie
classy
Andrews
lady.
though. Yeah. Then you have my favorite, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I cannot wait.
He plays the new chimney sweep?
Yeah, well, he's not a chimney sweep. He's
Do we still have chimneys?
A gas lighter. He lamps the. He does the gaslight lamps. But even Dick Van Dyke makes an appearance. It's a different character. Meryl Streep's in it.
It's a different character.
Yeah, it's a different character. Meryl Streep's in it, and
Angela
then
Lansbury.
Yes,
I saw that.
She plays an updated version of the bird lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something's a different.
I thought she was gonna play her bedroom.
Bedknobs and broomsticks?
Yeah, that character.
Her character there? No. But I'm glad they brought her back, because that's just the nostalgia of, as a kid, watching those movies and seeing those actors coming back.
So speaking of nostalgia, what got me was the animated
Yes!
part. I'm glad it was animated
so
instead
happy
of CG,
they showed that,
right?
yes.
I know it's weird, but that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy.
And it should stay that way.
2D animation. There's nothing wrong with hand-drawn stuff.
It's beautiful.
I think it works well, especially in the world of Mary Poppins. It's interesting, you know. Definitely a Disney movie.
Oh,
you already heard music and dancing.
There will be lots of music because Lin-Manuel Miranda's behind it.
I'll probably take the kids. Mary Poppins is just one of those movies I think most people enjoy.
Yes, exactly.
For my last pick, this is crazy because I swore this series off, but I'm freaking excited about Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Like, the first trailer, I'm like, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me back. No thanks. I've been fooled way too many times. Because I hate the Bayformers. Like,
he's been scarred.
Bayformers, or the first Transformers by Michael Bay was okay at best.
Yeah.
The second one, to me, and the fact that it did so well, was the death of the American cinema. Like, I do not have faith in the American cinema goer because that movie did so well and there was no reason to. That movie was trash. 3 and 4, I wrapped presents, I think, when I watched those.
That's what I did.
And I think the last one I fell asleep through.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm done. And then Bumblebee comes around, takes place in 1986.
86.
And he meets a young girl named Charlie. And I feel like, right off the bat, that first trailer, I'm like, no thanks. But the second trailer that showed G1 looking Optimus Prime, G1 Soundwave with Ravage, Shockwave, Starscream, the Seeker, Cybertron. I'm like, okay, now you got my attention. Just when I thought I was out, they brought it back. And it looks so amazing. I can't help it. And the fact that, you know, it's set in 1986 and like,
it's not Michael Bay, right?
No, it's not. Yeah. It's the guy that directed Kubo, Travis Knight.
Okay.
And I love Kubo. I think Kubo's a wonderful movie.
Two Strings, yes.
So I'm really excited about this. There are a couple things that I did not enjoy, such as the modernization of the conversation that she, some of the dialogue that she uses is way too modern. Yeah. When she's like, you know, when he's dusting her off on the beach and she's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. That's
you would not have said that in the 80s, right? But that's just me being
I don't know,
picky.
I was one, so.
And honestly, like, in the first trailer, I know they were trying to be nostalgic with Bernie Mac doing the voiceover. The driver don't pick the car. The car chooses the driver. But what I wish they had done was casted Dan Gilvezan.
Okay, who's he?
He's the original voice actor of Bumblebee from the original cartoon.
Wow, okay.
And he's still alive.
Oh.
As the guy that sells her the car. That would have been really cool to do. And I feel like, but whatever. Peter Cullen's still doing the voice of Optimus Prime, so I'm excited about that.
So, yeah.
So we don't know if Frank Welker Megatron's going to be in it, but we know that Starscream-looking character is actually Blitzwing. I still refuse to believe that. It looks like Starscream. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm all in. I came home after I saw that second trailer probably 5 times because every time I'm like, oh my god, the Seeker's in the back, the Coneheads are in the back. I know this means absolutely nothing to you, but as you all know, Transformers, the animated movie, is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, and if you guys want to watch, we actually did a review of it.
So you can check that out
too if you have a chance.
Up there on the card. So yeah, excited about that. Angela Bassett does the voice of a character.
That's crazy.
Gorgeous lady Angela Bassett is doing a voiceover. She should have been in the movie.
Yeah.
And she does have a great voice. But that's my last pick. How about you? What's your last pick, or do you have any honorable mentions or something you want to talk about, like Mowgli or Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet?
Wreck-It Ralph would have been on my list, but obviously there's a lot of stuff to choose from.
I'm a toy guy, and I didn't put Welcome to Marwin on.
And I want to see Welcome to Marwin.
It's interesting because it's Robert Zemeckis, right?
Yes, and of course Steve Carell and
a cast full of ladies. I don't know. Maybe it looks too cheesy. I don't know. Maybe it's a little too.
I don't know. I like the trailer when I saw it, and it hit.
But as a toy collector, I'm like, I can see what he's doing. Like, placing his dolls out in the imagination. But anyway, So
Wreck-It Ralph for me would be an honor mention because I'm excited to see it. It's gonna have a lot of cameos, like I said, but it's just not. It's something I'll take my kid to. Yeah, John C. Reilly, of course. But I didn't like the first one. Wasn't one of my favorite times, Disney movies.
Well, I think most people that probably enjoyed it more are the video game players that notice like all the Easter eggs and cameos.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah. But my last pick is Aquaman, the last movie that comes out on December 21st. The big movie date in December.
Originally, Battle Angel Alita was going to be on there too, but I'm kind of glad they moved it. I was happy that probably would have been the one I would have shown. But anyway, what about Aquaman that sold you?
First of all, I'm excited to see it because I'm so optimistic that DC is going to turn something around, and if it's going to be anything, it'll be Jason Momoa as Aquaman. He was one of the bright spots for me in Justice League, and a new trailer was released recently that was more of an extended cut. Yeah. And it shows a lot more, which obviously we talked earlier about how we don't really want our trailers to show us that much.
I don't.
But yes, but I think it sold me more on the other characters that are going to appear to it, like Mera, Orm, Black Manta, and I saw maybe a little bit elements of the new 52 Aquaman that we read, just with
his armor.
Yeah, the armor and the creatures from the deep.
Oh yeah,
and the trench creatures and the visual of him and Mera diving, and that was beautiful. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. I want to see what the story is going to be like. I really think it's going to be very similar to what we.
I think so.
Except for Black Manta, because obviously may not be history there yet.
Yeah, I like Jason Momoa. I think he is a really charismatic guy.
Very charismatic, energetic, yeah.
I don't know if he can carry a movie, though.
We're going to find out.
Because I don't know if his type of personality can carry this type of movie. But we'll see. That's the only...
It's going to come down
to
the...
that's about the only thing negative I have to say about it.
It's going to come down to the emotional moments for me. I think how he interacts with, like, Orm and Mera, and not just the jokey stuff. Obviously, we know he can handle that. He's fine, right? He can handle action, because we've seen him in other stuff where he's had to do
Frontier and Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
Because he plays the same kind of character, and that's
right?
what I was worried about.
Yeah, so we need to see when he has to handle that more emotional, heavy dialogue, or more than just what we've seen so far. So that's the only concern that you have, but I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be a fun movie to go see, and I have hope that maybe it'll be a turning point
for the DCU,
or at least a bright spot, because we don't know what's going to happen with the Joker movie that's coming out.
Just have to throw that in the lumen.
Yep, I did. So we'll see what happens. Omar, so all the movies we talked about, what do you think as far as box office? Which one do you think is going to come out on top?
Out of our five and my five and your five.
Yes, what do you think's going to do the best?
I want to say Mary Poppins.
I agree.
Disney movie. People have a lot of nostalgia to it. Every generation, grandmothers, parents, kids, grandkids, great-grandkids. Everybody's going to go see this movie because everybody has probably seen the original by now. No matter how old your kids are, no matter how old you are, you still feel like you're coming home when you see a character like that. When she appears for the first time, there's going to be tears. People like, I remember seeing this for the first time in a movie theater. So I think that's what drives that movie a lot. I would love to see Aquaman succeed. I don't know. And Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna happen. And
I think it'll do well for an animated feature.
That's not Disney.
That's not Disney. Yeah. I think it's gonna do in the
realms
realms
well,
of like a
Kubo,
DreamWorks.
I'll be good with that.
Well, I'm thinking it's gonna do something along the lines of some DreamWorks films. It's gonna do well. It's going to make the money it needs to make.
How about you? What do you think is going to make the most money?
So for me, it's a toss-up between Mary Poppins Return, which is what you mentioned, and Fantastic Beasts.
Really?
Yes.
How much did the first one?
The first one made total between domestic and international about $800 million.
I didn't even know all these facts. Okay, I trust you.
And it's Harry Potter. It has its legacy.
I don't know. Harry Potter against Mary Poppins, both British icons.
I know they are both British icons. But Harry Potter has a lasting effect too. Recent memory, it's still on the bestsellers list.
I almost
still
want
on the bestsellers list.
That and place a bet that I think I think we should.
Gosh, I don't know if I want to bet with Omar. Okay, what are we gonna do? No, let's do it right now.
Right now?
Yes, come on.
We'll keep it friendly. Dinner.
Dinner, okay.
You buy me dinner if Mary Poppins wins, and I buy you dinner.
Oh, wait, so we're basing if Mary Poppins makes more both domestically
There's no
and
way
internationally.
That Harry Potter, especially a sequel to a...
See, that's what I'm most interested in is how Mary Poppins is going to do overseas. Because is it a classic overseas? In China, are they going to show up from... No, because they drive the market, right? They do. So are they going to...
That's a good point.
They do.
Right.
They make a huge impact on the market. So how's that going to fare when...
Even if I have to go
Harry
see
Potter
that damn
goes to
movie 30 times just to prove I'm
All
right.
right. All right, let's got it.
All right.
All right.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I think that's all the movies that we wanted to talk about. Like we said before, this is not an exhaustive list. We'd love to hear what you guys are excited to see
Absolutely.
Coming for the remainder of the year. And please leave those in the comments below.
Yeah, because we love replying back.
We love replying back. And let us know if you like. We love making these segments, talking about movies. It's both of our passions. So just let us know if you want to see more of this. If you want us to talk about some Oscar-worthy movies that, maybe our predictions of what's gonna make the Oscars.
Definitely going to be Robert Redford against
Yes.
Clint Eastwood.
Definitely.
And definitely Mary Poppins is going to kick the shit out of Harry Potter. That's right. You heard me.
We'll see about that. But anyways, so thank you for tuning in, guys. As usual, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and check us out on all of our social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at NearMintCon. And as always, have a great day, and we'll see y'all later.
Thank you all.
Bye.